Tradeshift provides supply chain payments and marketplaces to enterprises worldwide through a global digital network. Our goal is to connect every company in the world and create economic opportunity for all. And to accomplish this, we've built technologies that help businesses grow by giving them access to cheaper capital, increased efficiency, and digital global trade. Our flagship go-to-market solution, Tradeshift Pay, connects organizations, bringing visibility of invoice status to sellers on our network and access to early payments, and provides our customers with a range of applications to automate and streamline their accounts payable function. We take our customers on a journey to best practice in payments and financing through introducing 3 simple packages. First, we digitize supply chains through connecting buyers and sellers to a single global network, providing value for both parties. Next, Tradeshift can monetize your network by providing early payment to sellers using Tradeshift Cash. Providing built-in working capital solutions accelerates the onboarding of sellers and helps you maintain strong seller relationships. Finally, Tradeshift can streamline the accounts payable function by introducing artificial intelligence to automate common tasks. Let's start with achieving 100% digital AP. Tradeshift fully believes that in order to achieve the best electronic invoicing rates, a range of benefits need to be provided to sellers. This will encourage them to register and also keep them coming back and leveraging the tools that Tradeshift provides to enrich their own business processes. One great way to give value to sellers is by providing the status of all transacted and historic documents shared with their customers. A user-friendly dashboard gives sellers immediate access to this information as soon as they log in, with document details, common support FAQs, and access to create new documents. Whether it's orders, invoices, credit notes, good receipts, or remittance advice, Tradeshift provides sellers with the ability to check the status and take action on documents that they share. We also feature collaboration heavily across the Tradeshift platform, allowing buyers to communicate with sellers, with colleagues, or with shared service centers to expedite information exchange and drive quicker resolution times. For example, a purchase order can be flipped into an invoice easily, ensuring that accurate real-time information is submitted directly to our customers' ERP systems, improving invoice accuracy and reducing the need for expensive and time-consuming exception handling when the invoice is passed through your back office. Tradeshift collects all associated transactions together so that a complete audit trail of all corresponding business documents can easily be navigated to. All invoices, such as a non-PO invoice, can be processed within Tradeshift, and these are validated real-time with business rules specified by our customers, so only accurate and valid data reaches the ERP system and is quickly available for payment. The seller is notified of any discrepancies on submission, mitigating the chances of exceptions later in the process. The Tradeshift network is able to finance seller payments early. Our proprietary technology, Tradeshift Cash, is seller-driven finance and provides payment to sellers within 2 business days. This not only builds strong seller relationships, but also acts as a significant catalyst to your onboarding program in pursuit of 100% digital AP. Even those invoices not submitted through the Tradeshift platform, but which reside in your ERP system and are pending payment, can be funded early. This means that from day one, Tradeshift is maximizing your ability to digitally connect with your supply chain. The Early Payments app gives sellers access to all of their invoices and a status of where those invoices are in the funding process. The user has the ability to search and filter information across buyer, currency, and eligibility dates. Furthermore, a comprehensive activity report shows sellers the amount of funding that has been requested, accepted, funded, and the extent of any discount that has been provided across all eligible invoices. The detail below lists all invoices and their current status, which can be drilled into to understand how any funded transactions were calculated and the fees associated with those particular discounts. Most early payment solutions only permit one source of capital to be provided in the program, whether it's buyer-led or bank-led, as you might find with traditional dynamic discounting and supply chain finance models. Tradeshift prioritizes working capital used for the early payment programs based on your configuration and fails over to our own network funding when your allocated working capital is consumed. Therefore, there is no impact to the service provision to the sellers, and they can continue to access funding whenever it is needed. The next step of your digital journey allows you to take your finance process to the next level in Tradeshift using artificial intelligence. Ada, Tradeshift's AI layer, provides significant value for finance teams by automating manual tasks like coding and matching of invoices based on access to a global pool of invoice data. Tradeshift also provides the ability for your AP team to connect with anyone within your business via collaboration, and Ada even makes suggestions to the user of who they might like to collaborate with based on information about this invoice. The Tradeshift task list gives operators access to all of their in-process items. The different tasks cover any type of finance activity for invoice processing, such as handling unplanned costs, price and tax exceptions, and of course coding of non-PO invoices. From the task list, an operator can drill down into the invoice, investigate, and take appropriate action. For example, in this invoice, we can see there have been unplanned costs, which need further investigation. Tradeshift shows all related documents, the purchase order and purchase request, and also we see that Tradeshift has automatically mapped two of the invoice lines to corresponding PO lines, and these details can also be displayed. However, the last line could not be mapped by Ada. To help, Ada has suggested invoice coding based on data she has access to. The operator simply decides whether to accept the suggestion or alternatively take another action. In this case, we'll simply approve and forward to the next stage of the workflow process. We return to the task list and address the remaining items. The next item is a price exception, where the invoice amount does not match the PO amount. Based on your internal controls, you may wish to accept the invoice, request a credit note, or make a PO change, all of which can be initiated from within the Tradeshift workflows. However, we will simply return this to the supplier, highlighting the discrepancy, and ask them to resubmit. The final item in this demo is a non-PO invoice that requires coding. Again, Ada has automatically added data, so a user need only review the line coding before forwarding this document onto the next stage of the workflow. Ada automatically learns from any corrections that the operator makes, so is continuously improving. We can also collaborate with our colleagues to confirm services were received or confirm that the invoice has been booked correctly. Behind the scenes, an administrator has access to influence the automation that Ada applies based on your own risk tolerance. Tradeshift reports how many invoices were coded correctly and by your AP team manually, and compares how many of these invoices were rejected due to inaccuracy over the same period. By doing so, you can compare the coding performance of Ada and the coding performance of your AP team. The administrator can then manage the thresholds associated with Ada's performance, identifying a threshold that yields the most accuracy and the least amount of error. You might also use this to dictate how many invoices are auto-coded based on the availability of your accounts payable team through peak vacation periods during the year. Because Tradeshift is a global platform, you can think of Tradeshift Pay as extending your workflow reach beyond the boundaries of your organization. Through our collaborative network, you can become connected to and collaborate with anyone in your supply chain. If you're interested and would like to hear more about what you've seen today, please feel free to connect with us in the link provided.